I gotta go. I gotta go. Come on. No data. Why?
Talk to you another couple minutes anyway.
Yeah. Hey.
What's the matter?
Getting some
Oh,
weird.
it says a mobile screen. Oh, you're live.
We'll just do it on here. Well, welcome. If you are, you'd have to be just joining us, and I hope you're joining us, and I don't see any audio coming through. What is going on here? There's some kind of security issue. Hang on. Okay. Well, anyway, hey, Chris Chandler live here from Muldrow, and we just started. It actually went into overtime for the previous game, which was the Muldrow and Hilldale girls. And so this game, their live stream was delayed, and so we actually rushed. Only had a 10-minute break for the previous live streamer to break down. That's a shot and a miss and a rebound, and another shot by the Indians. Again, Chris Chandler here along with Skip Copeland, and yeah, we'll explain some things, but right now we're just going to follow the action. Again, thanks to all our sponsors. Appreciate their sponsorship. We're Savage basketball 0-0 here as we started this game. Anyway, we were late starting, so there's only a 10-minute break, and they started right away. Here's a shot and miss by Baker. Rebound at the other end by Muskrat. A foul call. That's going to be the first one by either team. And so I believe that is going to be on Jackson McDaniel. Senior coming off a fantastic game. 5 trays for McDaniel in a barn burner, extremely close game. 73-70 lost by the Savages to Muldrow. And they are playing today. If they win, they play same time tomorrow, same place in the regional bracket to go play against the winner of the Salisaw-Idaho game, which will be played at 7:30 tonight to see who gets to go on to the area tournament. Savages coming to this game via that loss in the winner's bracket to Muldrow. Stillwell here via 58-49 win over Hilldale. Pass outside to Benham. Shot on the way, and that was right through the bottom of the net. That's from Carter, and that opens up the scoring. Oh, sorry, actually it's 6-0. It's a second tray by Carter. I mean, I was literally connecting equipment and missed that other one. So an early start, a big start, fast start. And a bounce pass, Graydon Howell, and Howell hangs in the air, does not get it to fall, but does draw the foul. That's going to be Graydon Howell at the free throw line. Trying to crack into the scoring for Broken Bow. And I will, if you're noticing something missing here, the scoreboard's not in the middle. We'll get that up momentarily. First shot again, a miss by Howe. Second shot up and right through the bottom of the net. Graydon Howell opens up the scoring for the Savages. 6-1 early lead. And let me finish that thought for the Indians. Coming back the other way. Outside to Hightower, driving inside. Hightower draws the foul, does not get it to fall, but that will give Hightower an opportunity to get some from the charity strike. Hightower's first shot right through the bottom of the net as he gets on board 6-2. Substitution as Canoe and Muskrat come off the court for Stillwell. Second shot also good. Right there, again, my apologies to Hal. That was a good free throw, not a missed free throw. Here's another three, and that one falls to the floor. Race for the rebound. Pulled down by Riker Muskrat. Another three from the top of the key, and that one's good as well. All threes thus far for Stillwell, and they have a 5-point lead as a result. Hightower moving along, bounce pass, Brannon inside, working against Benham. Branham kicks it back outside. And here's Howell from way behind the line. Graydon Howell for three. Savages cut it to 2 on the Graydon Howell tray. Yes, again, pretty close perimeter playing by Broken Bow on that three-point line. Just a fantastically accurate shooting in the early stages of this first half. Here's another three from way behind the line. That one hits the, oh, what a great rebound inside, but then a strip by Stillwell. That was a good rebound by Baker, but then he got the ball stripped. Here's a drive by Bagby, and he's going to kick it back out. Nothing there in the paint. Now it's going to be Carter. Carter works inside, loses the handle on the basketball, and goes out of bounds off Broken. Okay, out of bounds off the Savages is the call, so it'll be inbounded by Stillwell. Looking again, they're shooting all of their points coming from outside the three-point perimeter. To Muskrat, Riker Muskrat, that is. And it's passed around. Here's a three-point shot from the other side. High rebound, brought down out of bounds. In fact, the foot was out of bounds when he came down on the ground. So that's on Benham, so that'll be out. It'll be Broken Bow Savage's basketball. Savages looking for a slow start here, but hopefully for Savage fans, better finish, as there's another two-pointer attempted and made by Greenhow. Savages tied it up 9-9 after spotting a 6-0 start, and the answer no good. Rebound Hightower. Hightower with trying to get the fast break and then slows it down as the Indian defense gets back down court. Looking inside, and I don't know, that shot actually went in. Hal just underhanded it. The whistle was blown before the shot, so it does not count. It's got to be a foul against the, well, they hadn't put it up yet. Yeah, he's at the free throw line, so do they count the shot? Nope. Yeah, they did. All right, gave him credit for it. Saying Hal looked like he got that off in time. Because we had no pregame, one of the things we didn't mention is at the start of this game, Great Hal was 19 points away from tying the all-time career scoring record for the Broken Bow Savages.
He has 11.
And he currently has 11 points. He is 8 points away from tying the great Randy Rutherford with 2,153 career points. And if he gets 20, he is your Broken Bow all-time leading scorer in the history of Savage basketball. Very impressive feat for a very impressive young man. Here's Benham for three. Shots off the front of the rim. Hangs there a while. Tapped out by Hightower. Rebound Howell. Howell moving down court. Howell with a one-on-three break. Howell with the leaner. Doesn't fall. Benham with the rebound for the Indians. 12-9, Savage lead. 2:10, 2:09 ticking. Ball's on the floor. It's stolen by... Oh, great job by Hightower. It's going to be A.J. Brannon with the one-handed lay-in. Brannon gets the bucket and the foul. A.J. Brannon on the fast break. Brannon with the finish. Nice job of keeping it alive and getting the ball up off the glass or off the rim. Also handed to Hightower on that steal, coming up with a fast pass to Brannon. Shot, free throw is no good, and there's a whistle quickly, arm bar called. And so that's going to go against the Savages. That's going to be the first one on Baker. Third team foul on Broken Bow. Stillwell already has, he's starting in with the same letters, already has 4, so one more, and Broken Bow's in the bonus, still 1:51 left, first period. Yeah, nice lobbed pass off the floor by Carter. Down low, shots up, falls into the hands of Brandon. Another rebound for AJ. Savages pushing it up court. Out to Howell. Howell to McDaniel. McDaniel yet to dribble now, he does. McDaniel on the reverse. McDaniel picks up his dribble. Gets it to Brandon, top of the key. Brandon working against Benham, outside, and then into Howell, back to Brandon. AJ Brandon drives, and off the glass, but not through the hoop, into the hands of Carter. Carter at the other end. Braden Carter making a move. Wow, and Braden Howell got him to travel. And the shot's missed. Brandon with the rebound. Howell one-on-one, and Howell gets the foul. Will they allow it to continuation play? As you see, well, you can see Ryan Woolsey out indicating, like, how do you call that? Both players were moving, and Ryan Woolsey arguing his case. Does not win the appeal to the official, though, so the foul's going to be the first one on Braden Howell. That's the 14th foul on the Savages with just under a minute left first period. Looking to get the ball inside. There's Brennan to Howell. Howell on the move. Howell with the fake. Oh, great pass from Braden Howell down to Brennan. A nice finish. That was a no-look bounce pass. A.J. Brennan took it up, put it through the bottom of the hoop, off the glass. Savages up 16-9. Broken Bow in the midst of a 16-3 run, a slow start to the first period, but a very good finish. 10 seconds left. Expect a three-point shot, 7 seconds. There's Carter. Carter looking for a shot. Carter airs it at the end. No good. Rebound, Brandon, and that's going to do it. And that's what Ryan Woolsey looking for, a foul at the end of that on Brandon. Not called, but that's a great performance following a very slow start by Broken Bow. Score is 16-9. Savages lead. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors. You're watching Broken Bow Savage Basketball on the Broken Bow Savages YouTube channel. Welcome back. Chris Chandler here along with Skip Copeland. Sorry about the, I'd say the late start, but these games are at the regional site. The previous game went into overtime. And so and there are multiple live streams here, so we didn't even have a spot until after that game was finished. They cut the warm-up time down to 10 minutes. So we had 10 minutes for the other squad to break down their equipment for us to get ours up and running. And so we literally came on the air about 5 seconds after the tip-off, so did not get to run the intro or anything like that, but did have some very exciting basketball from the Broken Bow Savages, and they currently have a lead after a very slow start. Again, thanks to all our sponsors and media partners. You see them at the bottom of your screen. Appreciate them allowing you to watch these games anytime on the Broken Bow Savages YouTube channel from the comfort of your home, the convenience of your phone. And archive forever. Here's Braden Howell driving. Howell to the bucket. Doesn't get the foul. Doesn't get the bucket, but does get the foul. And so that's going to put Braden Howell back on the free throw line. And the clock's still running for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. The play was blown dead at about 7:55. Another 8 seconds ran off. But anyway, that's going to be the first foul of this second period by the Stillwell Indians. Reset them every period under the new rules. And put in place about 3 years ago. Hal has 11 points in the first period. This is the first free throw. So just 8 away from becoming the all-time leading scorer at Broken Bow High School, career-wise. Second shot up and good. Stillwell working around, trying to make a baseline move, and that's going to be called on Howell. Down the baseline, that'll be his second. First team foul on the Savages. As ball now be inbound, and Howell with quick hand knocks it back out of bounds. Nice quickness by Graydon Howell to deflect that. As the Indians lob inbound and then hand it right back to Carter to shoot it, and he makes it. 17-12, 5-point lead for Broken Bow. Second period action. About 7:26 left in the first half. Here comes a drive inside by Baker and looking to throw it to McDaniel. It's either a miscommunication or just good timing by Stillwell to get somebody in between the intended recipient and the ball carrier, and so create a turnover. The drive down low, pops up at the free throw line. Carter, long rebound, and goes back to Carter, gets it down low to Muskrat, and he puts it in. Little mini run here by the Indians. 17-14, good football score. Here's Howell to Baker, to McDaniel, to Hightower, and back to Howell. McDaniel on the corner. Sorry, actually it's out to Hightower. Hightower working inside, spin move Hightower. Hightower lays it off the glass. Oh, what a fantastic putback by Rylan Hanks. The big center with a great positioning and just laid it off the glass and in. Savages back to a 5-point lead. 6:18 and ticking left in this first half. Here's a long shot, and it's rebounded by Hanks. Howell, 1-on-2 break, and now it's Howell. Pauses, makes a move, doesn't get it, but there's going to be I believe that's going to be a foul on Hanks following for reaching on the rebound. Let's see what the call is. It is indeed. That's the first one on Hanks. That's a second team foul on the Savages. Still 6:03 left in the half. One team foul as well on the Indians. Out to Carter. He kicks it out to Dowdy, and then back to Carter. Carter trying to work against Pratt. Tosses it back outside. Almost a travel call on the other side. Now it's interior and gets it stripped by Howell. Indians recover, however. Here's a drive by Carter. Carter gets a foul called. I believe that's going to be on McDaniel. That'll be his first. Be the third team foul against the Savages. And so that will send Carter to the free throw line. 19-14, 5-point lead for Broken Bow. As first free throw up and off the front of the rim, no good. Second free throw to follow. Second one up, and that is smooth through the net by Carter. Graydon Howell on the move. Working from this near wing. Looking for maybe a pick by Pratt. Howell off balance, backward fall. Draws the foul, and that's going to send him back to the free throw line. Man, I got to say, so there is there's an art to what Graydon Howell does. It's ukemi is the name of it in judo and jiu-jitsu. It's the art of falling, literally. And it allows you not to be injured when you fall to the floor, and he's got it down pat. Draws the foul, goes to the floor. He'll shoot two. First one's up and good. It's number 13 for Graydon Howell. Gets the Savage lead back to 5. That's kind of where it's stayed. In and around 5-6, 4-5. Howell's second free throw also good. He now has 14 points. 5 away from the all-time career scoring record. Well, I guess 5 away from tying it, 6 away from breaking it. Here come the Indians. Bagby, he throws it out. A rebound by Howell. Howell pushing it up the floor. Graydon Howell looking for a crease in the defense. Howell throws it in down low. Hanks, turnaround jumper by Hanks. And Ryland Hanks draws the foul. And so that's going to put Hanks on the line. That will be the 3rd team foul against the Indians, equal with the Savages in this period. And that's going to put Hanks on the line. Already has a 2-point field goal. Foul is on Dowdy, by the way. That's his first for Stillwell. And so Dowdy will come out. And I believe that's Muskrat going in. Here's second one's good by Hanks. So number 21 gets the Savages to 22. They lead by 7. 4:45 and ticking first half, second period of play. Here's a pass outside to the wing. 3-point shot, up and good. Wow, that was very smooth. And that cuts it to a 4-point game. Graydon Howell directing Hightower how to set up the offense. Pass to Hightower, down to Hanks. Hanks, bounce pass to Pratt. Pratt picks up his dribble, gets it back to Howell. Graydon Howell on the move. Howell pulls up, floats in the air, sends it through the net, but not through the hoop first, so that will go out of bounds, and it'll be Stillwell basketball. 4:12 left, 4-point game. Very accurate 3-point shooting, keeping the Indians in this game. As they started off with a 6-0 lead off of 2 3-point shots. Also got one the last trip down the floor. Out to Muskrat down in the corner. Back out to Bagby, and then Muskrat top of the key. Bagby guarded by Hightower. Bagby shoots. No good. Rebound Hanks. Hanks dribbles, picks up his dribble, looks for somebody to get it to, and then lobs it to Pratt. Pratt working across half-court line. Pratt with the quick footwork. Pratt working against Carter, top of the key. Hands it to Tomlinson. Tomlinson, ball was, ref indicating the ball was tipped, so not a backcourt violation. They get it to Howell at half-court. Graydon Howell on the move. Howell drives down the lane. Howell fires it back outside to Tomlinson, who gets it out to Pratt. Pratt now dribbles it. Bounce pass, deflected by Carter, then knocked back by Howell. Tie ball on the floor. Can't see the possession arrow. We'll find out, as it's going to be a tie ball in favor of the Indians, and so they will inbound. It's going to be Hanks out, McDaniel in for Broken Bow. Pass down low to Muskrat, working against McDaniel. Now the ball stolen by Howell, tipped to Tomlinson. To McDaniel, then back to Howell. Graydon Howell, bounce pass down low, reverse lay-in, just hangs on the edge. It doesn't fall for Brennan. Beautifully executed passes to get it down there, and Brennan's ball just does not get the sticky rim, falls off the front. No good. Here come the Indians with a 3-pointer, and that's going to be a foul, as he elevated pretty high, but he had a hand on the shoulder of Graydon Howell, and so you can't do that. That's going to be the 4th team foul of this period, and still 2:21 left, and so now the Indians in danger of putting Broken Bow in the bonus. Savages already shot 12 free throws, already shot by Broken Bow. Here's Howell, spin move, backs it back out, maintains his dribble, and then picks up the basketball. Howell turns around, shoots it, hangs on the rim, doesn't fall. Rebound Carter. Carter's pass down low, drive inside. Oh, nice shovel pass. That was well executed by the Indians, as that got McDaniel off his feet, but the shovel pass and the put in makes it a 2-point game. 1:52 left. McDaniel brings it across the half-court line. working against Canoe. Now it's going to be Hightower, bounce pass, Brandon. Brandon in the paint looking for help, gets it back out to Tomlinson. Tomlinson top of the key, good screen from Brandon. Tomlinson picks up his dribble, gets it to Hal. Hal's drive, Hal's floater, lays it off, doesn't fall. Rebound, Carter. Chance to tie it up for the Indians as Carter comes down and draws the foul and gets the bucket. I believe that's going to be on Hightower. That's the 4th team foul on Broken Bow. As Brayton Carter elevates, let's see that it's actually on Tomlinson. That's his 2nd. He'll come out, and Baker will go in for Broken Bow. Carter with a chance to give the Indians their 2nd lead of this basketball game from the free throw line. Shots up and good. Brayton Carter, best player on this team. I believe was an all-regional player last year. Tournament MVP as well. Here's an inbound pass from McDaniel to Hightower. Savages now trail by 1 with a little over a minute left in the half. To Hal. Hal yet to dribble. Back to Hightower. To Baker. Down in the corner to Hal. Hal moving. Floats. Shoots. Scores. Graydon Hal. That's his 16th point of the game. Savages now at 24. Just under a minute lead. Broken regains the lead by 1. Looking for a defensive move. Carter to Muskrat, back to Muskrat. Riker Muskrat, that is. Long shot by Carter, right through the bottom of the net. Braden Carter showing his skill. Back to a 2-point lead for the Indians. Here comes Hal. Rogobo looked to tie it up or take the lead with the 3-point, and Hal gets the ball. Oh, great pass down low, Hal. And a 3-pointer from McDaniel doesn't make it. Graydon Hal elevates. Gets his legs taken out from him coming down. Rebound, Indians. Indians looking for the last shot now. They have a 2-point lead. Looking to go in the half. And there's Carter again from way downtown, but maybe a little too far. 1 second left. Did he get the shot up? No, and that's going to do it. After 1 half of play, it is the Indians from Stillwell leading the Savages 26-24. We'll take a break over the half. Have some words from our sponsors. We'll be back with second half action. You're watching Broken Savage basketball on the Broken Savages YouTube network. See ya in about 5 minutes.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Chutta people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Hey Southeast Oklahoma, have you been to Washburn's in Broken Bow yet? Furniture, appliances, hot tubs, outdoor furniture, pool tables, and more. lightning fast delivery across McCurtain County. Visit 663 South Park Drive or call 580-441-7025. Washburns, family owned since 1939.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broadus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
To see Choctaw people on screen, I realized I could be a filmmaker if I wanted to.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Call Jennifer Broadus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
We all have stories. Stories inspired by culture, competition, creativity. Stories show our humanity. They inspire us to greatness and remind us to be humble. Stories connect us to our communities and the rest of the world. We are the Chutta people, and these are our stories. See and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Hey Southeast Oklahoma, have you been to Washburns in Broken Bow yet? Furniture, appliances, hot tubs, outdoor furniture, pool tables, and more. Lightning fast delivery across McCurtain County. Visit 663 South Park Drive or call 580-441-7025. Washburns, family owned since 1939.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
Hey Southeast Oklahoma, have you been to Washburns in Broken Bow yet? Furniture, appliances, hot tubs, outdoor furniture, pool tables, and more. Lightning fast delivery across McCurtain County. Visit 663 South Park Drive or call 580-441-7025. Washburns, family owned since 1939.
And again, a big thanks to all our sponsors you see at the bottom there of your screen. Appreciate them allowing you to watch these live streams anytime on the Broken Savage YouTube channel. Yeah, the Broken off to a rather slow start there. Spotted a 6-point lead to the Indians and then came back and led by 5 for most of that first half. Right at the end, very accurate 3-point shooting by Stillwell. Wound up with them taking the lead going into the half, but Savage is looking to retake it, coming back out. But again, we did, and again, if you're just joining or watching this, we had literally no time. Well, not literally no time. We had 5 minutes to get into the space set up before tip-off, and so it takes usually about 20 minutes to set up this equipment. So we came on with no intro, just right at the tip-off, right after the tip-off. Didn't have to allow us to talk about some things in pregame. But one of the big stories, obviously, that first of all, the winner of this game will go on to play to go to the area final. They will play the winner of the Ida Bell Salisal boys game, which takes place here tonight at 7:30. So the winner of this game will be back here tomorrow at 2:30. And so hopefully we'll be back here at 2:30 tomorrow to bring you the Broken Bow boys basketball team. We will definitely be here tomorrow to bring at 6 p.m. to bring you the Broken Bow girls in the regional championship of this region. And so we have more basketball on the slate. But one of the biggest stories of this game, Graydon Howell came into this game with 2,134 career points. Keep in mind, he's only a junior. Started was a leading scorer as a freshman for the Broken Bow basketball team. Has always been the leading scorer for the Broken Bow varsity team since he's been on it. But he came into this game 19 points away from tying the all-time leading career total for a Broken Bow Savage player. That's with Randy Rutherford, the great Randy Rutherford, now the head coach at Claremore 5A. They are in their regional area championship, one or other tonight. But Graydon has 15 in that first half. So that puts him 4 points away from being tied for being the all-time leading career scorer at Broken Bow. So we will, and again, with his production, expect him to break that record and become there. You see him there, all-time leading scorer. Again, thanks to all these sponsors you see at the bottom of your screen. Thank them in person yourself if you see them, and tell them you appreciate being able to watch these games anytime for free. No registration required. Just click on the Broken Bow Savages YouTube channel and watch. And a shout out to Chris Larcade here. He's the speech and debate coach here at Muldrow High School, also does their live stream, and is the son of Broken Bow native Paul Larcade. And so a little hometown tie there, and he aided us in getting this stream up and fixed in the 5 minutes we had to get it. Here's a pass outside, Baker for 3, and it's a little overshot. There's a foul called away from the ball, I believe, or maybe just out of bounds. Let's see. Nope, no foul called. No, there was a foul called. That's going to be on McDaniel, his third. Savages, yeah, getting a little bit of foul trouble, and McDaniel with 3, Howell with 2, Tomlinson with 2. Still a lot of basketball left to play. Here's Benham, top of the key, out to Carter on the wing. Carter guarded by Howell. Back out to Canoe, and then to Benham. There's a 3-point shot on the way, lines off. It's going to be rebounded by Howell. Graydon pushes it up the floor. Here comes Graydon Howell driving in the lane. Graydon Howell past one defender and lays it up and through the hoop. Howell now with 17. Savages tie it back up. Here's Benham. Outside to Canoe. Canoe working against Hightower, passes it outside. Still outside the perimeter, and then back to Muskrat, back to Benham. Benham, no dribble from Benham, just hands it back to Muskrat, and then Benham outside. 3-point shot on the way. That's a good looking 3-point shot and goes through. That's by Canoe. And so back up by 3 for Stillwell, 29-26. Howe to Hightower. To Brandon, now it's Graydon Howe. Howe floating and gets it through the net and draws the foul. Graydon Howe has now tied Randy Rutherford as the all-time leading scorer at Broken Bow High School and can become the sole possessor of that title from the free throw line. Moreover, he can tie the game up at 29. And he does. Graydon Howell is now the all-time leading scorer for Broken Bow High School, 2,154 career points. Congratulations. And the Savages are now tied up with a chance to take the lead if they could get a defensive stop here. Pass outside to Canoe, guarded by Hightower, and then back around to Carter, to Benham, back outside to Canoe. Now move inside, and there's a block. Oh, man, got to pee. That's going to be on Baker, and if it's I think that's Baker's third foul. Let's see what the call is. I mean, no, I'm wrong. That's his second foul. That's actually Tomlinson that had 5, not 2. So the free throw is good by Bagby. And that retakes the lead for Stillwell. Second shot rattles out. Rebound, Graydon Howell. Howell harassed by Carter down there under the, Howell blows past Carter. Gets in the spin move, throws the ball. Oh, nice feed inside. Thrown back out by Hightower to Howell. Howell for 3. Graydon Howell off front of the rim. Brandon winds up with the rebound. Nice tip by Hightower. Now it's Graydon Howell with the spin move. Howell, and Howell smartly. Howell bodies up to Benham, draws the foul, and so that'll put Graydon Howell back at the free throw line with a chance to tie it up or retake the lead. That's going to be the first one on Benham, I think. I don't see any fouls on Benham. Nope. That's because I don't have them down. The official scorebook has 2 already, so that's Benham's third. So now he's in a little bit of foul trouble. Graydon Howell from the free throw line. First one off the front of the rim, no good. Still a chance to tie it up. 5:41 left, third period. Benham's I was going to say Benham is coming out of the game. Looks like the wrong person was coming out because Benham has 3 fouls, so he'll take a seat momentarily for the Indians. Second free throw, Howell right through the bottom of the net. There's Carter from the top of the key, and he sinks it. Braden Carter, that's his third tray of this ball game. Back up for 3. Here comes Hightower, working against the younger Muskrat. To Brannon, outside to Hall, to McDaniel. McDaniel feeds it to Howell. Howell, fadeaway jumper, doesn't fall. Fight for the rebound, won by Carter. Carter now lobs it down low. Bagby for 2 at the other end. 5-point lead. Advantage Indians. Here comes Hightower, working against Muskrat. Hightower floats in. Hightower's pass hits a couple of Indians, and then it's going to be Carter driving. And get it back to Carter. Carter guarded by Howell. Carter on the drive, leans a shoulder in, gets no help and has to stop his dribble. Passes it back outside to, I believe, Muskrat. And they kick it back out to Dowdy. Working down. Wow, that was a hard fall. I think he lost his feet. Good sportsmanship shown there as he gets helped up by Broken Bow. And the way they maybe did the way he went down. There's apparently no moisture. So the way he went down looked like his feet came out from under him. So it might have just been him slipping. They don't appear to have moisture on the court. Inbound. By the way, that's a first foul on Hightower. Here's a 3-point shot. Doesn't make it. Rebound, McDaniel. McDaniel looking for help. Gets it to Brannon. Brannon pushing it up the court. A.J. Brennan back out to Hightower. Savages down by 5. third period action. Here's Hightower floating in, doesn't get it to land, and another rebound. We'll mention what in this third period, Stillwell has done a great job of defensive rebounding. In other words, Savages haven't had a lot of second chance, if any second chance opportunities, and there is a drive and another score as they are now up by 7, tying the largest lead of the game, and there's going to be a charging foul called on Hal. Hal looking like, wait a minute, he wasn't set. Oh no, it's not a charge. It's a foul, but he's saying he threw an arm out. It's not necessarily a charge, it's using an elbow, an arm bar. And so that's going to be the third one on Graydon Howell. That's going to be the 14th foul on Brokenbow. Still 3:41 left to play in this third period. Riker Muskrat down in the corner. Canoe, and then back outside to Bagby. Now to Carter. Carter driving, and Carter gets the ball tied up. And you can't see it, but Coach Ryan Woolsey with the frustration on his face, like as he thought the ball was tied up prior to foul being called. But that is going to be the 5th team foul on the Savages with 3:26 left in this period. So that puts Stillwell in the bonus for the remainder. They have a 7-point lead, and they have Muskrat, their best shooter, at the free throw line. And there's a 1-pointer. By the way, that foul was called on Hall, his first. And so 8-point lead, largest lead of the game. And 9. Carter, excellent basketball player, excellent free throw shooter. 9 points, largest lead of the game for Stillwell. Here comes Brokenbow as Graydon Howell lays it off the glass and in. Cuts back into it, 23rd point for Howell. Carter, as they rotate it back around to Bagby and then to Muskrat. Muskrat lets it fly from 3-point, high rebound, tapped back out, but that's going to be a foul on Stillwell as DeJohn Hall had possession and looked like they used his shoulder as a...
Called it on Dejan.
Oh, the foul is on Dejan? Okay. Yeah, it looked like the guy had Dejan's shoulder as part of his plan to elevate, but the foul gets called on Dejan, and so that's going to be Hall's second. He'll come out.
Welcome to Sequoia
And
County.
so another free throw, that one by Bagby, 40-32. Make it 41. 41-32, 9-point lead. And looks like it's going to be a substitution for the Indians as Lucas Muskrat comes out. Graydon Howell on the move. Howell stalking, driving. Howell just pops up, floats it, fights for the rebound, doesn't get it. Position by Carter. Carter driving it down at the other end. Carter takes a step, a great move by Brandon as Brandon blocked Carter, and Graydon Howell to the hoop. That was a fast reaction. Savages pressing now in the backcourt. Muskrat trying to get rid of it, and then a turnover. Good pressure defense creates another turnover. Savages starting to get in the head or maybe wear down the Indians. Conditioning starting to maybe take a roll. See the official saying something to Ryan Woolsey, not sure what it was. Brandon inbound. Savages have shaved 4 points off that 9-point lead, and here's going to be a call away from the ball for a charge against Howell. I mean, he threw the ball. See, Howell looks up in disbelief. Coach Ryan Woolsey looks up in disbelief, and he's explaining something to ref. That's the 4th foul on Graydon Howell. Stillwell already in the bonus, but because it is in this end of the court, it is not a shooting foul. Still over 2 minutes left, and there's a travel. Boy, I tell you, Ryan Woolsey jumped off his feet. He thought that might have been a travel call. A little step taken with the basketball. Pass out to Carter. Carter driving, he gets Howell. Carter goes to the hoop and then gets it to lay in. Here comes Graydon Howell on the move. Howell sliding, Howell up. Wow, accelerating. Graydon Howell to the other end. He now has 27. And you see the official talking to Howell about something, not sure what it was. Didn't call a foul on him, I don't think. I'm not sure what that was about. As Howell holds his hands out, looks at the coaching staff, the Broken coaching staff, says, what do I do? I guess they didn't like the way he moved to the rim. Quick pass back outside. Carter pulls up from three, shoots, and good. Man, I tell you, Braden Carter having a great game. I think he's at 22. Graydon Howell's at 27. Graydon Howell for three. Floats, does not get it, and has another rebound. By this time, oh, good job by McDaniel knocking it loose. It looked like the ball got tied up. Let's see what the call. Maybe they called, I believe the coaching staff for Stillwell called timeout before the tie. That's a good job by A.J. Brennan, though, getting in there and getting a hold of the basketball. Savages have, they trail by 10. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. You're watching Broken Savage basketball on the Broken Savages YouTube channel.
To see Choctaw people on screen, I realized I could be a filmmaker if I wanted to.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Wow. That's, yeah, I've said this before, there's an impressive display of athletics. Hey, that camera's not quite set up there. There we go. Get it more centered in there, but I just caught the end of it there when we came back, but that's Janiyah Ashton, and she's a cheerleader, also a gymnast, is really talented student athlete here at Broken Bow High School. Savages, well, have their work cut out for them. Just a little over a minute left in the third period. They've had, I think, 8 fouls called on them in the third period, including 4 on Graydon Howell, 3 on McDaniel, and 3 on DeJohn Hall. Not necessarily, that's the game total, not necessarily in this period, but. Bounce pass. It looks like this may be, again, Stillwell with a 10-point lead. And this is a really low-scoring game for Broken Bow, and so they may want to slow it down. That looked like might have been a travel. Here's a pass inside. Carter moving. Carter lays it off the glass and in. Brayton Carter, excellent play. Broken Bow pushing back the other way. Now a 12-point lead. 19 seconds and ticking left in this fight. In this not final period, in the third period. There's going to be a foul on Muskrat. That will be only the third team foul this period on Stillwell. And I believe just the first on, just the first on Riker Muskrat. Broken Bow will inbound, 16.3 seconds left. And so, looks like Hightower will do the honors. Crew Pratt in the game for Broken Bow. Back to Hightower, 12 seconds. Hightower to Howell. Howell floating, Howell scoring. Graydon Howell hits 29th point, quickly into the forecourt. He did get it off in time, doesn't make it, but that's going to do it. After 3 periods of play, it is a 10-point game. Broken Bow trailing by 10. We'll come back with exciting 8-minute final period right here live from Muldrow. You're watching Broken Bow Savage basketball on the Broken Bow Savages YouTube channel. See you in 15.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Yeah, that's true.
Welcome back. Chris Chandler here along with Skip Copeland, and we are, if you're just joining us, you missed a lot. mentioned, Savages trail by 10, so going to have to come up with a big plan to come back. Of course, they do have the capability to come from behind. They demonstrated it. They never give up. In fact, they were down by as much as I think 12 or 14 in their previous game against Muldrow, a very talented Muldrow team. Made it a 3-point game as Graydon Howell drilled a 3 at the buzzer. But the final was 73-70 advantage Muldrow. But Savages have a lot of fouls. Howell has 4 called on him, McDaniel 3 on him, Hall 3 on him. And so Savages going to have to try to cut back into that lead at 4-possession game. Playing with players in the foul. Still a 4-possession game, but now it's a 12-point difference. Here comes Graydon Howell, top of the key. Nice screen by Pratt. Pratt move, turn around, jumper, float. Ball just doesn't fall. And Hanks not on the right side of the rim. Again, not his fault, it's just the way the ball fell, but fell opposite side, so no rebound. Carter backing up. Carter in a little bit of trouble. And he managed just to get out of that trap. And then there's I believe, timeout called. And the referee giving a caution to Ryan Woolsey. And the ref's getting a little, again, the ref's supposed to be a neutral arbiter, and you don't get personal. So, I think he might be questioning the refs, or ref feels he's crushing his authority. But anyway, ball's going to be inbounded. And no foul call. The ball's going to be inbounded by the Indians at some point. I'm not sure what the delay is here. And so, anyway.
Help them out.
We are waiting for, I'm not sure what we're doing. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what that was about. Anyway, back to basketball. There's a 3-point shot. That's going to go in and out. Nice rebound inside. As brought quickly across by Hightower. Hightower working against Muskrat. Hightower feeds it out to Hall. Hall now working against Carter. Hall got kind of muscled in there by Carter. Oh, nice feed to Hanks. A nice finish. Give Howell an assist. Give Hanks another 2-pointer. Back to a 10-point game. Presses on in the forecourt. And it's Hanks with the challenges it at least. There's a 2-pointer to answer from the Indians. And here comes Hightower again. Hightower into the forecourt. Hightower driving. Hightower gets his legs cut out from under him, and that's going to send Hightower to the free throw line. That's the first foul of this final period. So that will be, I believe, on Muskrat. Is that correct, or is that on Carter? Let's see who the call is. It's on Muskrat. It's his second. That's Riker Muskrat, by the way, number 24, as opposed to Lucas Muskrat, number 10. First team foul of this period. So from the free throw line, as Baker will come in. Pratt will come out for Broken Bow. As Pratt gets congratulated by his teammates in the bench. Here's second free throw is good. 11-point game. Presses on in the backcourt. Long pass into the forecourt to Benham. Benham back in the game, by the way. Out to the corner, and good fake as that's Carter once again. Carter got Hanks off his feet and then went down the baseline for a 13-point lead. Largest lead of the game for anyone. Here comes Hightower working inside, spinning around, and Hightower lays it off. Doesn't fall, though, man. Just not getting it to fall. And so Benham for 3. Benham shots on, man, that's a good-looking shot from Chase Benham. I think Benham's a quarterback or running back for the football team. Anyway, I think that's Benham's one of his. And Howell with the answer. Doesn't fall. Fight for the rebound. That's won by Stillwell. 5:55 left. Savages down by 16. 6-possession game. Not yet desperation time, but a 1-2-stepper that time by Carter. And I think that's Carter's 28th point. One away from the 29 of Graydon Howell. Here comes just a handoff to Hall. Hall gets the shot off, but it goes over the rim. Falls to the floor, no good. Trap, and it looked like he went up and down. Muskrat went up and down. Graydon Howell tied the ball up. Possession arrow in favor, I believe, of the Savages, and so Broken Bow will inbound. Look like the ref is, indicating as Tomlinson comes in for Broken Bow. Looks like Hightower and Baker will go out. Long inbound pass to Howell. He's going to bring it up, working against Carter. Gets a little bit of a screen from Hanks. Pass down in the corner to Tomlinson. Back outside to Hall. Hall working in. Hall to the bucket. Doesn't get a tip by Hanks doesn't fall. One of the rare second chance opportunities for Broken Bow. Here comes Carter. And now at the other end, it's going to be Carter. They get it around to Benham and then back to Muskrat. Muskrat working against Tomlinson. Muskrat bounce pass to Carter. Carter driving. Carter going to the mid. Oh, wow. And Carter's going to get the foul and the point. As that's going to be on Hanks. And if so, I think that's just Hanks' second. First team foul by Broken Bow of this final period. But the point does count. It does send Carter to the free throw line. Carter now has 30. Chance to make it 31. It's a 20-point game. Make it a 21-point game. Savages now getting to a 7-possession game, and there's a call away. I think that's going to be on Carter. It's going to be a hit. I think that's his first foul. Man, he is a great basketball player. That's his second foul. It's Howell, streaks past Carter, and then he gets fouled by Benham, and so that's going to send Graydon Howell to the free throw line, I believe. I don't know if they're going to say he was in the act of shooting or not, but it was Benham with the foul. He was off his feet, so that's going to be the fourth one on Benham. Benham picked up a couple of fouls very early in the game and sat out much of the second, if not all the second period. So that puts Graydon Howell at the free throw line. First shot up, and it's good. Howell now with 30. His team trails by 19. Chance to make it a 6-possession game from the charity stripe. And he does. Presses on in the backcourt. And it's blocked. Jackson McDaniel with the block. And ball's on the ground. I believe they got the timeout called. And that is the bench for Stillwell. Got the timeout called before the ball could be tied up. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. You're watching Broken Bow Savage basketball on the Broken Bow Savages YouTube channel.
To see Choctaw people on screen, I realized I could be a filmmaker if I wanted to.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Welcome back. Savage cheerleaders in the house. Yes. A lot to cheer about here at Broken Bow. And by the way, we will be back here tomorrow night. Depending on back tomorrow afternoon, depending on the result of this game, as the winner of this game will play at 2:30. But tomorrow night, definitely back for the regional championship featuring the Broken Bow Lady Savages, who one game away from the area tournament. Already in the area tournament. It's just where they will go in the bracket will depend on the result of tomorrow night's game. That's going to tip off at 6 p.m. And we'll bring all the action to you live here on the Broken Bow Savages YouTube channel. Here is Hanks guarding Carter. Now down to Benham, and Benham wide open. Down low. Lays another one off the glass and in. Here's a drive, and it's Hal. Gets the ball knocked loose by Carter. And now it's Muskrat. And, oh, wow, that was a block. Thought it was a block. Looked like it was that Ward, or I can't tell, Ward or Fields. Anyway, got a hand on it, but got the foul called. And so that is going to send Muskrat to the free throw line. Just over 4 minutes, 1 second over 4 minutes left. And it is a 21-point basketball game, so a 7-possession basketball game. And first, Muskrat's first free throw hits the back of the board, kick back out over the front of the hoop, no good. Again, thanks to all these sponsors and media partners, James Hodge Auto Group, Washburn's, a couple of our sponsors for these tournaments, along with our media partners. Well, I do want to mention the Tiki Boat Open tomorrow. They're going to start their season. They're Broken Tiki. You can go out of the lake. You can get up there tomorrow. Going to be great weather, so good time to do that with Tiki Boat Cruises. Here is a rebound and a save almost. Not called out. Hanks had a foot, I guess, toe in the line, so to speak, and so that's going to be Stillwell inbound under the basket, or to the side of it anyway. Looks like they're going to quickly get it in to Benham. Back out to Bagby and then to Muskrat. Muskrat being harassed over there by Ward. Or sorry, by Bond. And now making a move down the side. Look like they are going to try to burn. I don't blame them. It's a 7-possession game, so they're going to burn as much time off the clock as they can. That's a little bit of a trap. Managed to get out of it. Now it's Carter floating it into Muskrat. Now back out to Carter. Carter weaving in. Carter probably going to shoot it. Yeah, Carter does so. Man, shows some skill. Carter gets it up and over. And Braden Carter scores his I believe that's his 34th point. Here's Graydon Howell. Howell shooting for three. Graydon Howell. Gray inbound. Hanks just can't hold on to it. Winds up in the hands of Hall. Hall to Howell. Howell elevates, and Graydon Howell draws the foul. And so that will send Graydon to the free throw line. That's going to be number 3 on Carter. So now Benham with 4, Carter with 3 for the Indians. Howell with 4, and Hall with 3 for the Savages, along with Jackson McDaniel with 3 as well, although as going to have some substitutions coming in. Seniors, yeah, that's going to be Isaiah Fields, Javion Heath coming into the ball game. And Hal sinks the second one. So all seniors on the floor right now for Broken Bow. Well, what a career they had. They had a great ball game too. Seniors on senior night started and jumped out to a 21-14 lead against Howell. There's a pass outside. Benham for 3. Benham's shot is up and down. Chase Benham with the tray. And it's going to be McDaniel working down low. McDaniel gets it stripped by Carter, and now Carter gets it. Carter's going in, throws a shoulder into Brandon, and then gets a bump. I tell you, A.J. Brandon is, I think that's Brandon's first foul. Let's see if that is on him. I'm assuming it is. No, it's a second. And so Brandon gets the foul called on him. But it's Ryan Woolsey protesting it heavy, like, how do you call a foul? What he said was, how do you call a foul on Brandon when the other guy dipped his shoulder into Brandon? It's just A.J. doesn't move. He's solid, and so he does not get moved off his spot. Congratulations to A.J. Brandon, by the way, already signed to play college football on scholarship at, I think, Dorn University, right? Or Doan University. Anyway, congratulations to A.J. as he will continue his athletic career following high school. So, Savages conceding. Again, it's a 25-point game. So, got the seniors on the floor and Howell on the bench. And barring some miracle, going to end their season here. That's going to be a foul as Heath draws the foul. That's going to be on Canoe. As Chris Canoe tried to get well, tried to stop Heath driving the baseline. He did, but by putting a shoulder into him. And so that's going to put Javion Heath at the free throw line to shoot 2. And first one inside the cylinder, but hits the bracket wrong, bounces off to the side, no good. Second shot, also kind of same, and that ball just goes out. So that's going to be inbounded by Broken Bow as McDaniel runs over there to get it quickly in. Oh, couldn't quite get it timed right. As A.J. Brandon came flying in for the alley-oop, just couldn't get there. And there's a three-point shot from the other side. High rebound brought down by McDaniel. McDaniel pushes it up the floor. McDaniel driving in. McDaniel takes the one step, draws the foul, doesn't get the point, but that'll put Jackson McDaniel at the free throw line, shooting 2. That's, by the way, Brobo already in the bonus, already 5 team fouls on Stillwell in this final period. And so that's going to make McDaniel and misses the first shot. Again, McDaniel had a fantastic game against Muldrow. Hit 5 trays on Tuesday at Broken Bow. And here's a tip of the rebound by Fields. Nobody there to receive it, however, and so controlled by Stillwell. They'll get it over to Muskrat. Muskrat making the move, and it's blocked by McDaniel on the pass. Muskrat winds up back with it. Now it's Brandon running. Man, Brandon all over the place trying to get the ball. Another tip by McDaniel. This one to Fields. Quickly down low, or sorry, to Heath, and now it's Brandon with his own rebound. Kicks it back out to Heath, to Baker, to McDaniel. McDaniel for 3. Jackson, and that's the story of the night, just not falling for Broken Bow. That was great passing to get McDaniel the ball. He shot it inside the cylinder, just the rotation was wrong, rolled back out, and so that's going to be Stillwell's basketball. Again, these guys, most of them, if not all, certainly playing their final minute of basketball for the Broken Bow Savages. But great careers, great athletic careers they've had here at Broken Bow. As Baker, long inbound pass to McDaniel, to Heath. Down in the corner to Brandon. Brandon driving the baseline. Shovel pass outside. Taken by Fields to McDaniel. Fight for the basketball. 1. And a putback, no good. By Fields. 30 seconds left. As Canoe brings it up for the Indians. Sort of blocked, man. Flying toward the basketball was Baker. There's a long, not long enough, but right. I guess you consider that a pass, as there was a teammate there to pull it in for Stillwell. Drive down low, kicked it back outside. Baker for 3. It falls. McDaniel hangs on the rim. Doesn't quite get it to fall, and that's going to do it. The final 6 seconds going to tick out. Savages, that's going to be their season. Disappointing for sure for them here, as they wanted to advance. But, again, a 3-point loss to Muldrow, playing in that championship on Saturday. So, but congratulations to them on a fantastic season. Thrilling, well-represented Broken Bow. And also, congratulations to number 4, G4 Graydon Howe, as he is the all-time leading scorer in the history of Broken Bow basketball. So I'm sure he's disappointed, as he is a fierce competitor. But he goes down in the books as a junior as the all-time leading scorer for the Savages. Well, that's going to do it for the boys' game. We will be back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the Broken Bow Lady Savages, as they will play for the regional championship. Until then, I'm Chris Chandler for Skip Copeland. We will see you tomorrow night. Good night.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, game's on the line.